What's going on, guys? Shine Obsessed here. Today, guys, we're doing an update on the CarPro DLUX on our wheels. It's been over 6 months. Actually, we're closer to 7 months than 6 months. So I've been a little lazy with getting the video up so you can see where we are. This is going to be my last update on the CarPro DLUX wheel coating. It's held up well. I've waited several weeks, actually. As you can see, my car is dirty. The wheels are pretty filthy. I'll get in closer here. You can see my hands are a little bit wet, but you'll see. Oh yeah, good and filthy. So they're due for a cleaning. It's been probably 4 weeks, a good month since I've cleaned the wheels and or washed the cars. We've had a lot of on and off rain in the mid-Atlantic, so we're going to give them a rinse so you can see what they look like. They're dirty. It's probably not going to be very well due to the film that's built up on them, but we'll take a look. Alright, you can see there, looks pretty flat. So we've got looks pretty flat due to how filthy they are, but you can see some beading there on the spokes. So you can see, but once we get some of this dirt and grime off, you'll see how well how the water behavior looks. Once you get some of this dirt off, we've got our wheel bucket here with our wheel woolies. Great for cleaning your wheels. So we'll get them cleaned real quick. I'm going to pre-treat this with a little foam first to get some of that heavy dirt off and prevent from scratching once I start using my cleaning brushes and wheel woolies. So I'm going to pause it, get it clean, and so you can see, guys, the rinse. Alright, guys, so we've washed our wheels. We pre-treated them with a little foam first. We washed them off using our wheel woolies, our brushes. Use a little foam so that you don't, when you have a lot of buildup, you don't, being that these are painted wheels, you don't want some of that buildup when you go in there with a brush or a wheel woolly or what have you. The brush along with that dirt getting caught up in it to scratch the surface of your wheels, and you end up having to polish them, and we're back at square one. One thing I forgot to mention in the first clip, guys, we are also at 6 months with the Optimum tire protection and coating. I've put nothing on my tires for 6 months. It held up really well. I'll say at about the 4-month mark is where we started to notice some degrading of the coating. We didn't have that freshly applied product look and gloss like we did the first couple months. So right around 4 months is where I started to see the gloss wear off, and at that point you can probably top it off with whatever your favorite tire dressing is. Alright, sorry about that. I had the audio, had paused it, had a little plane going over, so I missed a spot here. But again, the Optimum tire protection and coating held up really well. Like I said, 4 months is where I saw the gloss start to drop off a bit. At that point, you could probably top it off with whatever dressing of your choice, but it held up well. 4 months is a long time for a tire product or a tire dressing, so that one definitely gets the stamp of approval. It's absolutely worth it. It's a little expensive when you look at it, but you use so very little when you're applying. A little bit goes a long way, as with most Optimum products. So let's give it a rinse, see what our water behavior looks like on our wheels. And so if you look closely here, you can see the barrels have fallen off. Not a whole lot of beading and sheen on the barrels, which is about right. I mean, you get a lot of the buildup on the barrels, and you get a lot of that brake dust or what have you getting trapped within the barrels, and it starts to sit in the surface of the wheel, whereas on the outside you can maybe some of that can maybe come off of the lip and the spokes, and you can see the spokes are still beating and beating quite nicely. Even the lip here still has some pretty good beating. So all in all, we're at the 6-month mark, and it's still keeping these wheels fairly clean. If you go back to the beginning of the video, you can see at a glance the wheels didn't look that dirty. It looked a little, there was no gloss there, but it was still keeping the wheel fairly clean. So CarPro DLUX goes a long way. At this point is where you could top it off, or even during the first 6 months if you wash regularly, if you wanted to top it off with a little CarPro Hydro, McKee's 37 Hydro Blue your Gyeon Wet Coat, any of those spray and rinse style SiO2 products, that'd be great to use. That probably would have added a sacrificial layer for your sacrificial layer and kept these beading and sheeting nicely. But for this test, I didn't want to add anything on top of it to extend the life, because I wanted to show you guys how well this product works. All right, so that's it for this one, guys. 6 months update. I think we're done with this. If there's any more other wheel coatings, anything substantially different that hits the market, I'll probably pick it up, give it a test, and we'll do a similar type of test, real world application. So until then, talk to you later, guys.